Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Helen Owosheni and I am a YouTuber living in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. I make videos about life in Canada and how to settle in Canada. Okay, so today's video I am going to be talking about what the job market is like in Regina. I have received a couple of emails talking about, oh, are there jobs in Regina, are there jobs in Regina? So I'm like, okay, maybe I should just address the question real quick, so that if you were hoping to land in Regina, you can know what to expect. First of all, I would like to say that yes, there are jobs in Regina. Yes, Regina is a small city. Yes, Regina is very far inside but yes, there are jobs in Regina. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about some popular jobs, or some job fields, and just tell you what the market is like or what the demand is like for those kinds of jobs. The very best way to even know what the job market is like is to go on Indeed, guys. Go on indeed.ca and put in your location as Regina. I mean location that you're looking for jobs as Regina, so that you would see all the jobs that are available or how many jobs are available for a particular career field or path or something like that. Or check LinkedIn or check Glassdoor, just to know what the job market for your particular job field is like, so that you can know what to expect or what qualifications you need to, or certifications that you need to have in order to get a good job. So first of all, because Regina is the capital city here in Saskatchewan, we have a lot of the Crown companies head offices here in Regina. So the Crown companies, I mean like Sask Power, Sask Energy, these are the companies that handle, like as the name implies, Sask Power handles power, in charge of power for the whole province. Okay, we have Sask Energy, they handle energy, that kind of thing. So SGI, Saskatchewan government, insurance, so things like that. So we have those companies here in Regina, we have the head offices of those companies here in Regina. So that means that there are more jobs in those offices. Like if you were hoping to work for the government, this is not to say that these companies do not have offices in other parts of Saskatchewan, maybe like in Saskatoon or anywhere else. They do, but the head office is just based here, so that means it's a larger office and then there are more opportunities. So if you are somebody that was looking to work in government, Regina has a lot of government jobs. Now, as to how easy it is to get a government job, I don't have any information on that, but I know that most people that have been able to get those jobs either they got it through referrals, or maybe worked there during their internship or something like that. But just know that they are available, and if you're able to get somebody to refer you, then you stand a very good chance. So another kind of jobs that we have here in Regina are administrative jobs, guys. If you're in the administrative career path, you can be sure that you can get a job. Like I said, just go on Indeed and see what administrative officers do and what the job requirement is for them, so that from there you can know how to prepare your resume, what skills to acquire, what certifications that you need. So we have a lot of administrative jobs, we have a lot of customer service jobs. Customer service jobs are always in demand. So I find that a lot of people start customer service jobs and they leave to maybe what their actual career path or career field is in. Now, if your actual career field is customer service, of course you can be sure that you can stay back and do your job. But if that's not where you're headed, or if you just want it as a means to gain Canadian experience, it's available, like a lot of them. Every company needs customer service, of course, so of course you can be sure that there are always customer service jobs available. Another kind of jobs that we have available here are retail jobs. So if you want to work in any of the retail company as a maybe sales advisor, or you want to work at the till, those kinds of jobs, because we have a lot of those stores, all of them, Walmart, Canadian Superstore, and all of those. So we always have those. They are always in demand. They are always looking for people who will come and work as sales reps, or I don't know how they call them, sales advisors or something like that. Yeah, so those kinds of jobs are equally very available. Now, another kind of job that we have, or another occupation that is in demand here in Regina, is health workers. This is like everywhere in Canada. Health workers are always in demand. You can be sure that you would always, if like I said, just go on those websites and see what kind of health workers are in demand. Once you see that, you can know that health workers are always in demand. So if you're in any field that has to do with the health sector, you can be sure that you would be able to get a job here in Regina. Another sector that people get a lot of jobs or people can work is in financial services. So financial services, we have banks, we have maybe accounting firms as well. Now the thing is, getting a bank job, I think I should just talk about this briefly. Getting a bank job in Regina or even here in Canada is relatively easy. There are a lot of bank jobs. Bank jobs are everywhere, but I know that at some point getting a customer service job in the bank was very easy, but I feel like it's not as easy as it was before. Maybe it's me that is just not wording my resume right at that time, because I know there was one time I was looking for it but I couldn't even get it. So but then the thing is, it's easy to get a customer service job, but if you wanted to go a level higher, maybe as a financial advisor in the bank, you would need to do some certifications. So you need to either do the Canadian Securities Course exam or the Investment Funds course in Canada. Those are the certifications that are needed to be able to sell mutual funds or any kind of alternative investments, you know, to customers. So if you know that you want to work in the bank, maybe you've worked in the bank in your home country and you want to continue working in the bank here, you should look into those certifications, as it can make you more desirable by either of these banks when you're looking for a job. So that's another sector that is always in demand. They always need customer service reps in the bank. I think they also call some of them financial services representatives. You know, they just answer calls and speak to customers and help to solve their needs. So those ones are always in demand. Tellers again are also always in demand, and all those financial advisors are always in demand. So anything relating to finance, you can be sure that there are jobs available. Same goes with accounting as well. If you have your CPA, for example, or even if you have your ACC and you're hoping that someday you get CPA, it's possible. You can always be sure that you get a job as a financial analyst or as an accountant, bookkeeping, anything like that. Generally there are jobs available for that. Now I want to talk about IT real quick. So IT jobs are not as high in demand or not as available as other sectors that I have mentioned so far. IT jobs are available. I'm not going to say they're not available. They are available because every company is an IT firm, correct? An IT department. They are available, but they are very limited. Very, very limited. So what I have observed is people who come here to study maybe computer science, maybe people who went to University of Regina, after they are done with their certificates or their degree programs, they now go to other cities that are like the IT hubs in Canada, maybe like Toronto or maybe somewhere in Vancouver. You know, those are cities where you can be sure that you have a lot of IT jobs. But here in Regina, the IT jobs are very few. Are they available? Yes. Are there a lot? No. So just know that at the back of your mind, that Regina is not like an IT hub where, you know, there's a lot of IT going on and stuff like that. Regina is predominantly a city that thrives more on agriculture. Actually, the whole province of Saskatchewan thrives more on agriculture, which brings me to my next point. If you were in the agricultural sector, you know, if you studied agricultural economics or you studied agricultural science in any which way, or you know anything about farm credits, or you know anything farm tools, anything agriculture, this is your base. This is where you will thrive. Anything that has to do with farming, agricultural produce, or anything like that, you can be sure that you'll be able to get a job here in Regina. In fact, you are what we're looking for. You're going to be in hot demand. So yes, anything agricultural, be sure that you would get a job here in Regina. Another sector that I want to talk about real quick is HR. HR jobs are also available. I mean, all these companies need people that would help with their hiring now, so of course HR jobs are also available. But again, to make yourself more desirable by employers, you need to have some certifications. I think for HR, you guys know, I'm not an HR person but I think maybe CHRP or something like that, but you need to get some of those certifications so that you're more in demand. Also, project management. Again, this is another very, very hot sector. We have a lot of project management jobs here. As long as you can have your PMP certification, forget, you're going to get a job. You're going to get a job. So do not worry about are there jobs for project management. Is project management a good sector here in Regina? Yes, it is a very good sector, and yes, you can get a job with that qualification or with that PMP certification. You'll be really be high in demand. Okay, so another sector that I would like to talk about here is engineering. I have one of my friends who studied engineering and was reaching out to me like, oh, are there engineering jobs in Regina? Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of engineering jobs. Just like I mentioned with the IT jobs, we don't have a lot. I almost want to say we do not have. But again, to be sure, just make sure that you go on LinkedIn or you go on indeed.ca to check, just to be sure. But if you studied anything like electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, aeronautics, see, don't bother. I feel like you shouldn't even bother, because if you come here, it will be hard for you to get a job in that same field. Of course, you can cross over. Maybe you can now go into project management or something like that. I don't know, it depends on you. But if it's just the regular engineering, like electrical engineering, mechanic, we don't have a lot of jobs here for those kinds of careers here in Regina. Okay, and then finally, let me talk about another sector that I know about is health and safety. So if you are maybe an health and safety engineer, or if you're in that sector at all, the jobs here too are not as much. However, just like every other field that I have mentioned so far, if you can get the certifications, NCSO, CRSP, you can be sure that you'll be able to get a job. But are there a lot of jobs for health and safety professionals? I would say no. So that's basically the most popular fields I have talked about that I know of here in Regina. If I did not mention your career path, no problem. You can just go on LinkedIn, or you can just go on Indeed to see what the job sector is like, what the demand for those kinds of roles are, so that you can be sure if you should come to Saskatchewan or Regina, or maybe you should go to another province that will be willing to, that you can easily get a job. Because what's the point of going to a place and you cannot get a job? So I just wanted to put this video out there so that you can be more informed in making your decisions. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel and you watch my videos, why are you doing this? Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please share my videos with your friends and your family, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. Bye.